2.5 years after George Smallwood's death at the hands of the police, the wheels of justice have turned, and finally, the two officers, Brinks and North, have been tried for first-degree murder and found guilty. Today, on our show, our guests will discuss the George Smallwood case and PPR. Our guests are Denise Long, sociologist and well-known community activist, Colin Holm with the law firm Holm, James and Fast, and last but not least, Everton Black, new leader of the CNP, the Canadian Nationalist Party. First, let's review what we know about PPR and the Smallwood case.
Sheila, I think it's important to clarify the terminology. For the last year, the correct term for our successful adaptation to these excessive levels of UV has been CAR, Caucasian Adaptive Response. Just as some of us were able to turn white in order to boost vitamin D production in the weaker northern sunlight, so have we now once again successfully proven our ability to survive by darkening in response to this new challenge.
I think it's important that we don't overemphasize CAR. I mean, when all is said and done, Smallwood was white, the officers were white, and now we're all black.
Bullshit. Brinks and North were white when they beat Smallwood, and neo-black when they were arrested. Smallwood was neo-black when he was beaten to death, and while he was still white, he had a job and never had any contact with the police at any time.
You proto-blacks can't get away with that anymore. I've been black for a year now, and I'm still employed, and I'm not in jail.
That's because there are no more fratting white boys left to get spooked by black skin anymore.
That's your problem.
We never had a problem. You had a problem, and you still do. The problem is your fragile ego, your desperate need to feel superior. Now you have an even bigger problem. You're just as black as everyone else. You'll just have to dig around in that grubby little mind of yours for other bogus signs of superiority. Like, how about eye color?
Well, actually, Dr. Joan Ratcliffe has linked IQ to eye color.
IQ? Ratcliffe? Oh, please. Mr. Black, the CNP was implicated in the Stay White buyout and Dr. Sankovich's scam. Your party was desperate to remain white and to keep your wealthy leaders white, even when it became apparent by April of '96 that Canadians were getting darker like the rest of the world. With 96% of the population black, the CNP still required white skin as its main criterion for membership. How do you feel about your complete about-face?
Well, Sheila, first of all, the CNP had nothing to do with Sankovich's scam. We were the ones, our elders that is, who were misled. Sankovich assured them that with Stay White and underground living, they would remain white-skinned.
Getting back to the question, why do you still want to be a black-white supremacist?
And the issue has never really been color. I can assure you we like being black. Your people are the ones that did the hair straightening and the skin bleaching. Hey, black is beautiful.
Yes, it is. And I don't need a slimy toad like you telling me. Your kind have spent the last 6 centuries trying to convince yourselves and us that black was inferior.
Let's not get too emotional about all this. I think it's important that we emphasize how alike we all are now. No point in haggling over the past.
Oh, sure. Let's forget about that nasty old past. Let's focus on the future. Soon everyone will have equal access because we're all so alike. Black skin won't hold anyone back anymore. Skin color's not an equation. Past? Who needs it? I'm for the future.